and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to our Tuesday night live broadcast. And I am super excited to talk to you tonight because so many times I don't talk about this here on the channel, and I'll talk about it when we're in the middle of it or after it's happened. I'll just mention it, and it never fails. I get messages every single time I do that. And they're like, when's the next one? How come I didn't know? Or can you tell me? And so I made a promise to myself back this summer when we did the last one of these to make sure that the next time we did one of these, I would honor every single follower here on YouTube and make sure that I announced it here as well so that nobody could say they didn't know. So before we jump into that, hi and welcome. If this is your first time joining us, or your second or third or 10th or 100th, and you have not joined our growing community here on YouTube, I want to invite you to join us. It's super duper simple. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and you become a part of the community here. It will alert you when we upload videos, recipes, tips, announcements, anything like that. While you're watching, go ahead and smash the like button, comment anything down below. That really helps out not only the channel, but it helps spread the message of like weight loss hope, weight loss inspiration. It helps direct people to this channel to let them know that there are people out there and there is a way, and there are other people struggling but overcoming, and that we don't have to settle for where we're at. And so the message of inspiration is such a huge message today. And I believe every single one of us needs and can use more inspiration inside of our lives. And this world would just be a better place if we all had inspiration and people that provided hope inside of our lives. So anyway, with that being said, tonight we're going to talk about carb cycling. And a couple of years ago, this terminology, this wording, carb cycling, intimidated me big time. Like, I had heard of carb cycling. I had heard about it on, like Access Hollywood or E! Online. Like, I had read about how this was what some of the fittest people in the world did before they did competitions. I was not one of the fittest people in the world, and I certainly didn't compete, okay? I heard this was what some celebrities do to get in top-notch shape, to lose fat, and I mean, although I thought it sounded kind of cool, like carb cycling, I didn't know a thing about it, and intimidated the snot out of me. I mean, come on, I'm a former morbidly obese chick. Like, I lost 161 pounds, but like, you want me to figure out how to cycle carbs? Like, what is that even about? And so I literally stayed in that like place of being intimidated by it for several years. And it wasn't until I read an article about it and it just intrigued me. It popped back up into my brain and I was like, wow, this carb cycling. And I found out the whole premise behind it. Because, one of the things that all men and women struggle with is maintaining our muscle. As we get older, we lose muscle. Like, if you look at a 40-year-old that weighs 150 pounds and a 20-year-old that weighs 150 pounds, in most cases, unless the 40-year-old works out, there's going to be a massive difference between their bodies because the 20-year-old naturally has more muscle than the 40-year-old. And one of the problems is I started diving more into the weight loss world and helping more men and women lose weight. I, started dealing with a lot of clients who were doing detoxes and cleanses, and they would lose all this weight, but when you actually looked at their body fat percentages, when you actually started looking at their BMI, when you actually started looking at all of the numbers, what I saw with monitoring clients is, wow, they're doing this detox, they're doing this cleanse, they're doing this da-da-da-da-da-da, and they're losing weight, but it wasn't all fat. They were also losing muscle. And so that kind of sent me down this spiral of really digging down into what is the science behind this carb cycling? Like, how does it work? Why do celebrities use it? Why is it the thing that people do when they want to lose weight really quick? Why? Like, why is this so catchy? And what is all this science? Is it really scientifically backed? Like, is it really proven that it works? Or is this a bunch of, mumbo jumbo just to make us buy into something else? And so the short end of it is it really does work. And so the way carb cycling works is it is a way of eating for short term. You're only supposed to do this for anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. is really the sweet spot. Once a quarter. This cannot be a lifestyle. Your body is very smart. It'll get used to it. So it's designed to be done in short spurts, 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And you can do it up to 4 times a year. And what it basically is, to not give you the science lesson and all the stuff that I've researched and spent, I don't even know how many hours, is it's a way of eating where you're manipulating your carbs and you're eating in such a way. So you're still eating proteins, carbs, you're still eating all your macronutrients. You're still eating a balanced diet, your fats, but you're eating in such a way, and you're eating quantities in such a way that you are literally turning your body into a fat incinerator. And so inside of 2 weeks, for example, inside of 15 days, people will lose anywhere from 8 to 15 pounds of fat inside of 2 weeks, inside of 15 days. And this will be, I think, the 4th carb cycling group we've done inside of our coaching program. And it is by far our most popular, our most requested, our most highly rated, our most raved about, our most referred. Because when people do this, it's so funny. Whenever somebody does it and then they see it pop up again, they always tell somebody else about it because they're like, oh my gosh, I did this for 15 days. I got such great results. You got to check this out. And I'm going to go through what some of those results were in just a minute. But first and foremost, we start. So this is Tuesday night if you're watching live. If you're watching after this is aired, then we are starting our carb cycling group. It's a 15-day carb cycling group. And we start that on Monday, September 27th, I believe is the date. Monday, September 27th. And it is a 15-day group. I'm going to pull up the calendar right here just to make sure I'm giving you the right dates. Monday, September 27th is our start date. So we have just under a week before we get started. And so between now until then, you're able to sign up, you're able to enroll, all of that. I will link that form down here in the description box. And yeah, you're able to once you fill out the form, I'll send you all the details. But here's basically how this goes down, okay? So once you sign up, I send you all the information. You have a couple different options to join the group, depending on if you're looking for a short-term thing or a long-term thing. Some people that I start working with are like, nope, Carmen, I just want the carb cycling and that's it. Other people are using it more as a jumpstart, their weight loss, and then they want to continue on, they want to use this to jumpstart it and then they want to continue on. So depending on which one you are, will be dependent on if you choose option 1 or option 2. But inside of this group, so we host this group on Facebook, and it's a private invitation-only group. And inside of this group, that Monday or Tuesday, we have 2 prep days. And so inside of the prep days, we're going to walk you through what to do. Going to walk you through what not to do. Going to walk you through what we're going to actually give you a menu inside of that group. So it's going to tell you what you're going to eat every single day for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. We're also going to be giving you a food list. So if there's something you're allergic to or that you don't like or that you can't find where you live that's on the menu, you have some substitutions you can make. We're going to give you several different plans depending on your weight that you're currently starting at. And here's the thing that I love about the carb cycling group. This is in a group with a whole group of us. And have you ever heard the saying, birds of a feather flock together, environment is everything? There's a saying that says, show me your 5 closest friends and I'll show you your future. And that saying is true because we are who we hang around with. And there is power in our environment and in the places that we choose to put ourselves. And so when we actually join a group of men and women who are flocking in a direction of losing weight, who are flocking in a direction of getting healthy, who are flocking in a direction of, hey, I'm taking control for these next 15 days. Is it going to be super simple? No. But is it going to be worth it? Yes. And I'm freaking going to declare war on this fat, turn my body into a fat burning incinerator, and get some massive results. And when you're part of a group like that, it pulls the best out in us. And so inside of that group, you have your menu, you have your food lists, you have your 2 days of prep. And then on Wednesday, which is the September 29th, is our first day of actually carb cycling. And inside of this group, listen, it's done in such a way, every single time we do this, we have people inside of the group that have never done carb cycling, who are starting exactly where I was several years ago, Like, I think that sounds kind of cool, but it also sounds kind of scary and intimidating. And every single time we do this, we have brand new people do it and they nail it. They hit it out of the park. They get massive results. Why? Because we take all the guesswork out of it. We literally give you a blueprint of how to do it. We've done all the research for you, and we just tell you what to do so that you don't have to go out and spend all those hours doing the research, but you get to have the benefits of my research and of my tweaking it and testing it and figuring out the best ways to do it. And so inside of the group, there's also a tip of the day. So we're inside of that group for a total of 17 days, our 2 prep days. And inside of those prep days, I'm live inside of that group walking you through the prep. When we start on Wednesday, there's a tip of the day every single day. Why? Because I've been through this. I'm going through it with you. So I know where the struggles are going to be. I know what you need to hear when you need to hear it. And so every single day it's popping inside of that group saying, hey, here's what you might be experiencing and here's what you need to be doing. Here's what you need to be focusing on. It's keeping your mind focused in the right place so that you can get massive results inside of these 15 days. And I just want to share with you what some of our clients have said that, and this is only a fraction. I mean, we've literally taken hundreds and hundreds of people through this in the last year, but these are just a few of the testimonials that we've had and a few of the weight loss. So we had Selena lost 6 pounds while on bed rest. So she started the carb cycling group. She got put on bed rest, still managed to lose 6 pounds. She reduced her body. She felt a reduce in her body swelling. She had increased energy. She noticed clearer skin and reduced cravings. That is crazy. She lost 1 inch on her hips, 1 inch on her chest, 1/2 inch on her waist. Adrienne lost 7.4 pounds. Reduced cravings, reduced body swelling. We had Anne, who lost 9.8 pounds. Anne lost 9.8 pounds. We have Laura, lost 8.2 pounds. We have Karen Coffee, who lost 10.2 pounds. She had an increase in energy, also reduced her cravings. After the first week, she had people telling her that she looked so good and she looked like she felt better, which she did. She's been dealing with some different health issues. So after 1 week of doing it, she had people visibly noticing how much better she looked and felt. We have Carolina, who lost 7.2 pounds. She slept better. She had less headaches, reduced in body swelling, increased energy, reduced cravings. This is crazy. Carolina went from a size 10, 12 to a size 6. I'm reading it off the thing. A size 10, 12 to a size 6 in 15 days. I mean, come the frick on. Trisha, 5 pounds and 9 inches. Heather, 7.6 pounds. Myrna, 11 pounds. Stacy, 7.5 pounds. Brandy, 7.6 pounds. Karen K, 7 pounds. Stacy, 12 pounds. Mary, 6 pounds. Bernice, 7.6 pounds. Jody, 7 pounds. I mean, that is a fraction of the results from our last group. I'm not even going back to the group before that and the group before that and the group before that. That was from our last group that we did with the carb cycling and what has happened to them inside of 15 days. So, and most of them had never, at least half of the people that I read to you, 3/4 of them had never done carb cycling before. It was their first time doing it. And so I want to invite you to join our 15-day carb cycling group with us. If you're a current client, it's super simple for you to join. If you've thought about becoming a client, or if you've been a client in the past, or if you and I have never had the opportunity to work together, this is a really great way to start. It's 15 days. It's super short. It's super simple. And the best part about it is it delivers quick results. And so this is going to be going all the way through. It's going to start September 29th, and it's going to go all the way through the middle of October. So I want you to imagine 3 weeks from tonight, sitting there, 6 to 15 pounds lighter, 8 to 15 pounds lighter, 10 pounds lighter. I want you to imagine Carolina literally sitting here going, man, should I do this carb cycling? She's sitting there in her size 10, 12s. She takes a leap of faith. She decides to do it. And 15 days later, she's freaking putting on size 6 pants. Like that, that just makes you scratch your head and go, what's up with that? And so I will link the application down below. And last thing I want to say on this, because I always get this question, can I invite people to do this with me? Yes, I actually recommend it. This is one of those fun things where you get a couple girlfriends together and you're like, hey, let's do this crazy 15-day carb cycling thing together. Because, you know, we always love to complain about the hard when we're doing stuff. We're like, oh, I got to drink this much water and I can eat carbs on this day, but not this day. Like, isn't it always kind of fun to complain about the hard thing we're doing? And it's always super fun when we have a couple girlfriends that we're doing it with. So whether you do it with some coworkers or some people that you go to church with, or your sister-in-law and mother-in-law and whoever, it's always funner. Is that a word? Is funner a word? It's always funner to gather a couple people and do it with them. And so links in the description box down below. Get yourself signed up, get yourself registered, fill out the form. I'll send you all the info. And listen, I'm going to do an update on the Carb Cycling group. I'm going to do an update on the results. And this is always how it goes. I always tell somebody that doesn't pull the trigger. They think about it, to contemplate, to reevaluate. You're either going to be someone who jumps in and is on that list that I just read off, who has the results, or 15 days is going to come and go, and you're going to be hearing me talk about someone else's results because they jumped in and you procrastinated. So the choice is yours. I'm giving you the opportunity. We're providing the coaching program. We've taken all the guesswork out of it. It's your job to go down below, click on the link, and reserve your spot. So thank you so much for watching. We will be back tomorrow on the channel at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with another episode of The Biggest Transformation, where we are journeying with 12 people on their weight loss journey, watching them literally shrink right before our very own eyes. And then we will be live next Tuesday again here on the channel, where we'll be fully in the midst and in the swing of things in the Carb Cycling group. So I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.